Oh, okay. Over. Hello, I'm Heather,
I'm Cardyn.
and welcome to the
And
Bitchy Quill, a podcast where we talk about publishing from a feminist perspective. We also do guest mini interviews, and today we have author Meena RD to talk to us about her book. Hello, how are you today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you guys doing?
We're
Doing
doing
really
good.
great.
It's so nice to see you. We're going to start off. Cardin's going to ask you your first question.
Sounds
So,
great.
to get us started, how did we meet you?
Well, actually, last December, I had started my Instagram for my book, and I just literally looked up books, women, things like that, and you guys popped up.
Oh,
So it's perfect. I was like, oh, what's this? I was like, okay. I saw Right Woman Book Fest, and I saw that you guys were accepting virtual authors for your July the fest, and I said, oh, I have to be part of that. So
So
that's
are
how.
where are you located? Are you in the DMV area at all?
No, I'm in New York City.
Oh, okay. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing I love about the virtual aspect of it is we can reach. We had the in 2020, even though we didn't get to do the in-person one, we had people from all over the world that got to participate. So that was so nice. I'm so glad you were able to do that. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for doing that. So my question is, what made you? So I before I ask it, I ask almost every writer that we do an interview with this way because number one, as a reader and as an author, I like to know the answer to this question. I think a lot of readers want to know the answer to this question, which is,
Yeah.
what made you want to become a writer?
Well, for me, writing, I think came naturally from a young girl. I knew from when, in English class, we probably know this. I don't know about the kids nowadays, but when they gave you spelling words and you had to create a story from those spelling words,
Oh yeah.
I used to become my imagination ran wild to the point where sometimes the teachers would tell me, like, okay, Amina, you don't have to write like 3 pages.
Aw.
But that was like my favorite thing. And that's when I knew I had a love for writing. So it started with the short stories eventually, and then it built up. When I was a teenager, I had a personal diary and personal journals. So I
Mhm.
could say from the age of 13 to 19, I wrote in diaries and I still have them. And I love to go back and look at them. So
So
like I said, I think from a young age, all the way to teens, I knew I had the love for writing.
right. So do you have a preferred? I know in your bio you said that you really love fiction. You love to read novels. Um, but tell me tell me how you feel between fiction and nonfiction.
I prefer either, honestly. But my favorite author that I had to, like I pinpointed would be James Patterson. I
Mm.
love his books. He is, and I met him in person too. I don't know. I go with the Alex Cross stories also. So I'm big on those also, definitely.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you like a wide variety.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. I used to read, what was it? When I was younger, was it you guys Judy Blume? I think it
yeah,
was
Oh
Judy
yeah.
Blume.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. So
Of
I
course.
grew up with Judy Blume.
I have a Judy Blume sitting here somewhere, one I've not read yet that she's written at more recent years. But yeah, I love Judy Blume. She was a
Yeah.
early read for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me also it goes by what draws my attention. So it's not one specific genre for me. It depends on like I read what the book is about and things like that. So I can go from anything. I could do nonfiction, fiction, mystery, romance, whatever my heart desires at that moment, I guess.
So tell us about your Path to Rebirth book.
Okay, so Path to Rebirth is basically the first 45 years of my life. I am now 47. And I just wanted to talk about all the challenges, trials, and tribulations that I went through. As a first generation Guyanese American, I wanted to put it out there because a lot of people don't know of Guyana. Even till now, 2025, they still don't know. They're like, where is Guyana? What is it? But I wanted to put that in, and it was important to me to write this book, to share the challenges that I've been through to help others. It doesn't have to necessarily be just women. It could have been young girls. They can read it. I made it very simple reading, my book. So anyone can read it. And it was short. The book was short. It was only like 60 something pages. So that was the goal for my book. And to show that we all may face things in life, but to come out it at the end, I want people to feel inspired because I have been through a lot medically, emotionally, physically, everything. So that's why I wrote the book.
Wow.
So you've named it, focusing on rebirth, but do you feel comfortable with just giving us a little bit of how you ended, Guyana to ending up in the United States?
Okay, so my parents, they migrated from Guyana in 1970, and then they met in 1971. They got married in 1972. They actually came separately from Guyana, and they lived in the same building, and they didn't even know, in the city. Yes. And my dad,
they're a romance. Your parents are a romance novel.
My parents have that real, like, movie way of meeting. Yeah. So it was really quick, I gotta tell you, because what happened was my dad was a singer, rest his soul. He was a singer, and my mom heard a voice singing, and it's like she heard the voice all the time, but she didn't know it was my dad. She would just think, but it turned out my dad actually liked my mom, but she couldn't stand him. She
It's the
didn't know he
enemies
was
to
the
lovers.
one. She didn't know he was the one that was singing.
Oh my gosh.
So one day they went to a party and she heard the voice, but when she saw who it was, she's like, oh my God. Yeah, like.
Oh, I love this setup so much. That is the best meet cute.
Yes, and they actually got married in 1974. They got married, and ways down the line, I was born in 1978, and I was born in Buffalo, New York, but then I moved to Queens, New York, right after that, and I've been here ever since.
Okay,
I've been in New York City ever since because I have lived in the Bronx. Right. And I have lived in Brooklyn too, but Queens is my home. Queens is where I am now.
Why do you like Queens so much? I'm curious as a non-New Yorker.
Oh, well, Queens for me is more diverse. Whoever's listening to this, they might be like, there's always the battles of the boroughs between Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and the Bronx. There's always some type of battle, but for me, Queens, I think, is more diverse. We have so many different cultures here, and it's where I grew up since 1980. Since 1980, I've been in Queens mostly. Yeah. And my parents are still in the same house that they bought in 1984. My mom is still there. So, and I'm 15 minutes away from my mom.
Oh, that's so nice. That's
why I stay.
Your origin story is fabulous.
Yes, I have not had a chance to read your book yet, but you've totally sold me on it. I can't wait to read it now. Yeah. So you've decided your debut book was going to be nonfiction. You felt like you needed to write that story. I'm often told, like, I know that I want to write a memoir someday, but Marita Golden, who was one of our guests, once said to me, I said, I sometimes think I want to do a memoir, and she said, you'll have to, when it's time, you have to do it. So I don't have to do it yet, so I know it's not time yet, but you must have felt like you had to do it. Now, are you going to work on, like, what is your current project you're working on?
Well, right now, currently, I've been the last year, because the book published last June, 2024, and it actually came out, and I was able to show it to my dad a day before he passed. So last year, I didn't get to focus on, like, doing things with the book. I didn't get to promote it.
That wound is fresh. You recently lost your daddy.
Yeah. So I didn't really have that chance to really put my book out there, promote things like that. So this year I was focusing on that. So in September 21st is the Brooklyn Book Festival, is the largest one. And I'm so happy to announce that I'll be part of that.
Oh, that's so nice too.
Yeah. So that's currently what I'm prepping for. So it's September 21st. Yeah.
So do you think that you're going to write fiction after this?
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest, when it comes to the writing part right now. Like I said, we'll see when the future what
Okay.
happens in the future.
You'll know.
Because I have like ideas and other things that I want to do, not only as a writer, but maybe in the literary world. I'm just my brain goes 1,000 a minute, and I just want to be a part of a lot of different things. But
Yeah.
I'm content. Like I was telling a lot of people when they do ask me that question, I'm content that I did write this
Yeah.
because it was always something I've always wanted to do. And I did it because it was coming up to, it was the 10-year anniversary. I lost my best friend to cancer. And I remember, and I wanted to honor her in some way. And that was the same time my dad got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And he always told me to write. He was always behind me, write. You went through so much in life. You need to write. And that was my motivation. So for me to write this book, that was like, I did it. You know what I mean? Like I did it.
Yeah.
So even if this is my only book for now, maybe, we don't know, maybe I'll write something in the future. I'm content with it. Yeah.
Plus at 45, you're young, so you could always continue with the memoir because, as Heather mentioned, Marita Golden, who writes both fiction and nonfiction, Marita Golden has done multiple books about different phases of her life and different stages of her life. So, I mean, the sky's the limit.
Yeah. And that would be great for me too, because a big part of my book also is I have a son with autism. And so it shows the first, because up to the point when I did it, he was just before 18, he's going to be 20. So a lot of things have changed from 18 to 20. I went through guardianship in New York City. It just went through. Congratulations to me.
Congratulations.
Guardianship is done. So there is a lot of steps. He has 2 more years in high school. In New York City school, the school system for special needs is 22 years old.
Gotcha.
So he still has 2 more years. So you're right. I will, in a couple of years, I probably could write more. Definitely.
And that'll be really helpful to a lot of people who are navigating those kinds of circumstances. So could be really helpful and encouraging to even a different segment of the population as well.
I'm so glad you got to honor your dad and your best friend. Do you want to say their names?
Yes. My best friend, rest in peace, Charmalee Salas. She went by Charm for me. And my dad, I'm going to get a little emotional. My dad was Purin K. Hiralal. Yes.
Bless them. Thank you for sharing that.
They're my reason. They were a gigantic part of the reason why I did the book. Yeah.
That's so wonderful. And I mean, just finishing it is a huge accomplishment. Some people don't understand how hard it is and how much you have to do, especially when it's personal, private, and hard.
Definitely for me. There was a lot of times I had to step back, walk away. I had to gather back my thoughts and emotions because I was like, whoa. Because the thing was, when people asked me, they were like, how come you did the book in like so fast? It was because I knew my dad, they didn't know how long he had. And that was my motivation, because I was like, I have to get this book done. I have to. And I'm so happy I did give it to him the day before he passed. So
we congratulate you on that. That's wonderful.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so
I know.
No, but
we're getting all emotional over here.
But it's emotional, like in a really uplifting, encouraging, fantastic way. Like, thank you for sharing those details.
You're welcome.
Your joy is really coming through. So,
So let me ask you this. I know you haven't 100% decided on what your long-term writing future is. We know you're going to be at the big book event September 21st. For your fans and readers and people who are interested in becoming your fans and your readers, kind of what, in addition to like buying your book and reviewing your book and coming to see you in September, on September 21st, what are the top 3 things you wish your readers or potential readers would do to support you?
Well, besides everything, my goal was to at least inspire one person with my book, and I did just that. So I'm content with that too. If they want to follow me on Instagram, just follow. That's fine. It's path.to.rebirth. Or they can go on my website. I've always update events that I'm going to be part of or upcoming things. That's www.meenard.com. At the end of the day, just meeting people that's inspired by me, I feel so happy, guys. Like to know that people around the world, I have people from the UK, India, Africa, Australia, they all send me messages. They read my book, and I'm like, what?
Oh, that's great.
That's the very best. I love it.
You know, you think, who am I? Like, I'm just some girl from Queens, New York, and I wrote a book. And I didn't think that it would get so far and go into so many hands. Yeah. And I also won a few awards too. So I'm humbled. I'm so happy, and I'm just for fans to just show me the support in the sense of they don't even have to buy the book, you know, they can share it with someone. And I always tell people, you may know someone that's struggling. I want them to read it for that, to know that, believe me, when you guys read it, you're going to be like, this girl went through so much and she's still here. Yeah. That's what I want. I want people to be inspired and motivated that they can. It is possible to overcome challenges. That's the main thing. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautifully said.
And I will put your your website and your Instagram and stuff down in the description. And Cardyn's going to close us out.
Okay, let me. So we were talking earlier about reading so you don't forget. So here's. Hold on. Did I?
I think you're.
Oh, hold on.
You're freezing a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the first time that's happened.
Did I go out?
On today? No, you're still functioning. You're just freezing a little. It's like her.
Okay, let's see if it'll. Maybe.
Do you want me to do it? I'll do the outro.
No, yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the Bitchy Quill. Please look for more episodes where we discuss publishing from a feminist perspective and our guest mini-sodes here on YouTube. If you'd like to be a guest on the Bitchy Quill, please email us at therightwomenbookfest@gmail.com, and all that info and links and emails and all that stuff will be down in the episode description. So we just want to say again, thank you so much for your time, your energy, your thoughts, and for picking up one of our shirts because it looks awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
And we look forward to, you know, talking with you again, maybe doing a blog interview, something like that. And so let's stay in touch.
I'm always open to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Meena.
Thank you,
Meena.
Thank you,
guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.